probably most other languages, it would say that God leads us in the paths of righteousness. And then someone added what? In the straight paths of righteousness. Because when we think of a path, we want to walk down a straight path. We don't want to go to the left or the right. We just want to get there real quick. But if you go back to the Hebrew, it's very clear. David says, God, you lead me in your round paths of righteousness. Now, I want to park that for a second. I want to show you something. Come with me. Now, I don't know how well we can pick this up or see it. No matter how great your cameras are, there's nothing like the good old human eyes to really see what's going on here. If you look into the side of the cliffs here, there's like these, looks to you like lines, kind of going like this from left to right. But they're actually not just lines, and maybe some people thought it could be from sediment, from water levels rising and falling, and it would kind of leave its mark and then leave its mark and leave its mark. But that's not it either. It's not a natural phenomenon, it's artificial. So how do we get it? Over hundreds, possibly over thousands of years of shepherds bringing their goats out here into the wilderness, what happens is some of the better grass, you can see it, there's some bushes and some little things, they're at the top. There's some down here, but there's also some at the top, and the goats want to get up there. But this is way too steep. They can't just go straight up. They'll fall, they'll lose their footing, they'll break something, or maybe even die. So the only way that the goats can get to the top, and remember, David is watching this all of his life as a shepherd. The goats start to go around the mountain, and they slowly begin to make their way until they get to the very top. And the next one follows in behind that one, and the next one, the next one, and the next one. And over hundreds of years, over thousands of years, these goats have actually carved out these little tiny paths, these little tracks that go all the way around the hills, and they're all over. If I had a means to show you, I would take you up in the air and you could see it for miles and kilometers around. The hills are filled with these little paths. Now, why is that so important? You see, the goat can't take the shortcut. It can't go straight to the top because it's too dangerous. The only way for it safely to get to the nutrients, to the food that it needs to survive, is to take its time and to take it along these round paths of righteousness. And as David looks back on his life, he said, you know what? I could have taken the shortcut many times, and maybe I wanted God to take me the short way. But God always took me what we call the long way around, but it was the safe way, it was the best way, because eventually and ultimately we would get to where God wanted us to be.